Ladies and gents, today we've got a tactic that was made just for fun. Now, let's see if the three teams that we've got playing this and using it will have just as much fun. This is a 3-2-5 total Voigt ball. I apologize, I don't speak the language. It is a Johan Cruyff tactic. It was made in the Steam Workshop, it says, warning, danger. This tactic was made just for fun to see if it was possible to play with. Don't think team is optimal for formation. Players like Nicolo Barella would be wonderful in the AM Strata in this tactic, and that is it. So, it was made for fun. And in just a minute, we're going to see how these three teams that we use during these sims actually fared using it. But as you can see, it is a 3-2-5, 3-2-4-1, whatever you want to call it, with a sweeper keeper in attack. Everyone's using it now. You have a wide center back and defend on both sides. You have a libero in support in the middle, deep lying playmaker in defend, ball winning midfielder in support, and then an inverted winger on both sides in support, an attacking midfielder on support, and then a false nine in support. It is a custom tiki-taka positive mentality in possession. You got fairly narrow attacking width, play out of defense, much shorter passing directness, tempo is much lower, low crosses, work the ball into the box, dribble less and be more expressive. Counter press, hold shape this time around, distribute quickly and distribute to the center backs. And then out of possession, mid-block line of engagement, higher defensive line, so that's a very thin midfield. Trigger press much more often, prevent short goalkeeper distribution, get stuck in, step up more, trap inside, and then no opposition instructions as usual. If we look at the league table, these three teams did not have very much fun with this tactic whatsoever. Two teams out of three relegated, the last one only a step above. 1 point off relegation. Everyone would have been absolutely fired within seconds of using this tactic. So I really don't expect much from these tactics at all. 0-5 to Man City to start. You got a nice run of 3 though, but then just, look at this bad run. Even draws can go good or bad, but still, Bayern Munich, the Champions League is awful. Everything is awful. Post-World Cup is awful. Knocked out of the EFL Cup right there. Knocked out of the FA Cup third round by Liverpool, only 0-1. I wonder if they're using their youngsters. They were knocked down to the Europa League, but why go to penalties, losing the second round, and you're still moving on in the Europa League? I still don't understand that. You do get kicked out by PSG, though. But yeah, I will never understand things like that. 4 nice wins in a row, but overall, wow. Newcastle next on the list. Yeah, same kind of start. Overall, EFL Cup, you're just kicked out immediately by Brentford. Spotty, if not just beyond worse than spotty. And then post-World Cup, not a great run at all. You still move on in the FA Cup, which is fantastic. So I guess they prioritize that until you hit Man City and a 1-4 loss away from home at the Etihad. That's just awful. There's not a lot you can do about Man City and Holland and all that. But overall, the runs are just, they're disgusting. It's disgusting to see. And then finishing out with dead to last Wolves. Yeah, nothing. Not even a little bit. Burnley, they move on in the EFL Cup. 3-2 win against Tottenham. Wow, they move on into, Fulham. You lose out to Fulham, 0-1. I was just about to say, you keep moving on in the EFL Cup, but unfortunately, no. FA Cup, you're knocked out shortly after, 0-4 to Aston Villa. And yeah, 3 wins in the last half of the season. 4 wins in the last half of the season. A great win against Bournemouth. But man, it just did not work at all. Tottenham picking up Benjamin Dominguez, Josep Chutalo for 18, Tony Weston from Rangers, Luis Alberto from Lazio for 38, and Henrique Pereira from Benfica for 1.2. Newcastle next. Picking up Domenico Berardi for 41 million from Sassuolo is a fantastic pickup. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure he did not do very well. This is, yeah. 13 appearances, 6.68 for the Premier League. FA Cup, he did very well, but that was only 3. But wow. Outs, no one really. Diallo for 300,000. So let's take a look at Wolves. They did bring in David Pereira da Costa from RC Lens for 14 and a quarter, but that's really, that's about it. João Basso, 2.5 from Aruca. I don't know them. But yeah, it's not really big spenders at this time around. Squad wise, Tottenham does have some in the green, which is nice to see. Unfortunately, I mean, as we've seen with a lot of these tactics, just not a lot of it. Newcastle squad looks pretty much the same. Some nice numbers: 712 for who's that? Dan Burn. 719 for Alexander Isaac. So not awful. And wow, the only one, Gonzalo Guedes, is not even at the club. 742. Everyone. 715 for Max Kilman is the only one. He's played 30 matches, 2 off the bench. Last 5 is great. Same with Joseph Sa, but wow, that is... Ooh. Tottenham have plenty of problems defensively and are fairly poor in attacking. Yeah, you can see that right there. Not good at all. Tackles attempted per game is above the average, but really nothing else. Same with Newcastle. Plenty of problems defensively and poorly in the attack. Their passing completion ratio is nice. Clearances per game and tackles per game, or tackles attempted per game. But still, everything else is so far below. It's disgusting. Yep, exactly the same. Problems defensively. Very weak in attack this time around. Passing percentage is better. Nothing else. Clearances per game is better. Nothing else. Not even tackles attempted. Yeah, I mean, this tactic just didn't work at all for these teams. So as we hit the stats, I'm not expecting anything. Most possession, you've got the 3 right there, 63 to 58%. But, I mean, it's a tiki-taka tactic, so what do you expect? Say that 5 times fast. But everything else, not even. I mean, defensively, Tottenham, 844 tackles won. Best passing completion. Everything's usually up in the 80s and 90s anyway. But most shots for, most points per game. Yeah, I mean, tiki-taka, you expect the most possession. You expect the best passing, so... But literally nothing else. Most goals, I mean, is there anyone? Most assists, Robertson with 18, nice. Son with most player in the match award, 6. That's pretty good. Best pass completion, Botman, Strutalo, and Romero up there. Most dribbles made, St. Maximin, Traore, Isaac, and Neto. No shutouts, not even good there. I mean, why would you expect that? But most tackles won, Son for 95. That's pretty good for him. But yeah, nothing else whatsoever. And as we quickly head into the end of this, you can see Tottenham's player stats for all competitions. Top goal scorer is Son with 13. Highest average rating, Joseph Shutala for 713, a new boy coming in. He's got to do something out of this awful team. Kulusevski with 9 assists, and Son with 7 player of the match awards. Newcastle, not much better. Isaac with 15 goals, 719 average rating. Joelinton, 7 assists, and then Dan Burn and Alexander Isaac with 4 player of the match awards apiece. And then finally, Wolves, dead last in the table with only 23 points. How many wins did they have? They had 5 wins, 25 losses. Ouch. Cunha with 8 goals, Kilman with 715 at highest average rating, 7 assists for Neto and Sarabia, and then Max Kilman with 3 player of the match awards. Yeah, this tactic obviously did not work at all. Again, it was for fun. It was not supposed to be a serious endeavor, especially with any of the teams that we created. So it was going to be a pot shot the moment we stepped into this. But yeah, no, it didn't work at all. So anyway, that is it for me, Sefian FM, for the Football Manager blog channel, saying thank you as always for watching. Take care and enjoy.